feel like you're back in the club and like
In a club.
in the club.
Let me take off my high heels, put them in my hands.
Yes,
the
yes,
walk
at
of
that 3 o'clock.
Oh my gosh. May is many things, and among them, it is Celiac Awareness Month. And the Celiac Disease Foundation estimates 1 in 100 people in North America have this disease.
Huh.
Yeah, and just because someone can't eat gluten doesn't mean they have to eat bland food.
Yeah, so when Addison Labonte found herself struggling with her health, she turned to a gluten-free diet that led to a passion for baking. Look at you, look beautiful doing that. Her cookie business, Addison Sweets, uses alternatives for gluten, and it all tastes oh so chef's kiss. She joins us live right now this morning. Addison, welcome to New York Living.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate you being here. It all looks great. Does it taste great?
Well, you be the judge.
We're gonna find out.
so
We're gonna
far.
find out. So tell us a little bit about your backstory, because you were a D1 athlete. All roads lead to sports. Let's just accept it, okay? And at what? How old were you? What did you do? What did you know about the disease?
So I was a Division I college soccer player at the University of Maine, and right after I graduated, I thought, what do I do with all this free time?
Yeah.
Let's run a marathon.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Most people would be like, sit and watch television.
Yeah, for the first time I don't have to run, let's do a marathon.
Right.
And so I started training, and as I was doing these long distances, my legs would start to lose feeling. They would become completely numb, and I had no idea what was going on. So I saw a sports specialist doctor, physical therapist, tried everything, yoga, stretching, new sneakers, compression socks, everything, and nothing worked. I was training with my aunt at the time, and she's a seasoned marathon runner, and she's gluten-free. And she said, maybe you should give this gluten-free thing a try. And I said, well, I'm so desperate to feel normal, but I don't know what this has to do with my legs going on.
Exactly.
So the next Monday, I quit gluten cold turkey, and 3 days later, I could run normally
No,
again.
ma'am.
But why? What's the science behind all of that? Like, how does that manifest itself like that, and at that point in your life?
So gluten is an inflammatory, and I had so much inflammation and joint pain. And so cutting that from my diet, I also went dairy-free. So cutting out all inflammatory ingredients for me solved the issue. My doctors couldn't believe it, that I was able to solve my compartment syndrome diagnosis naturally. But I ran my first marathon 8 months after my doctor said you might never run again.
Wow.
And I felt every step of the way.
Wow. That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But can other people can others benefit from it by going gluten-free? Yeah.
I really believe that everybody should be gluten-free. Yes,
Really?
the way that wheat is processed in this country is not healthy, and I think everybody could benefit from it.
Sure, yeah.
Absolutely.
Certainly, I've dabbled in and out of gluten, because it's in everything.
I know.
For better or worse. So when you were like, okay, I'm going cold turkey, what were the options out there for you when you went to like the grocery store or anywhere?
There were not a ton of options when it came to baking. There are a lot of pre-made mixes, but actually buying a gluten-free cookie or brownie, I couldn't find that anywhere. So being a baker, a lifelong baker, I went home, got all the ingredients, gluten-free flour, and did a ton of trial and error. I went through my mom's old cookbooks that we used growing up and just replaced regular flour with gluten-free flour, which is not always a direct one-to-one replacement. So it was a lot of
trial and error
experiments in the kitchen.
That's how these things happen.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, what is this?
So we're gonna make a batch of my
that looks
chocolate
great.
chip cookies, which I brought samples for you guys to try. And
Should
I'm
we
going
sample first and then?
Sure.
Do the sampling first.
This is chocolate chip?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you can see, they're super thick
They're
cookies.
so moist.
And that was my goal.
But they're so. What's another word?
You can say, I like them.
Do you?
It's fine. I know it's a polarizing word,
It
but
is
I
a
don't
polarizing word. It's a divisive word.
Yes.
It's really good.
Thank you. Thank you. So that recipe took me 26 tries.
Oh,
to get right. I had a whole spreadsheet going of this ingredient, tweak
God.
this, tweak that. I was a math major in college, so
Okay.
I love
say-
spreadsheets.
Okay, great.
And now I'm a baker.
Awesome.
But I'll walk you through the ingredients, why I use them. So we're gonna start with organic coconut sugar.
Okay.
So I personally no longer consume any processed sugars, and I actually like the taste of coconut sugar better than white sugar. So I use that, and then I use olive oil instead of butter.
Sure.
Because it's heart healthy and it's also dairy free.
Sure.
So use some olive oil.
It's like extra virgin. Does it matter like what degree?
Yeah, extra virgin you can taste a little bit, but
Okay.
I actually like the flavor that it brings.
Okay.
I like it.
Pure vanilla extract, because there's nothing better than
Right.
that intense vanilla flavor.
If it says imitation vanilla, it is
Not as
exactly
good.
Yeah.
it is exactly that. It is imitation.
But as you
Right.
continue, though, a lot of the problem why people don't do these sort of diets is because it can be, not diets, but lifestyle changes. It can be more expensive.
Yes, but I say that there's nothing more expensive than bad health.
You and my fiance,
Touche.
same thing. Okay, so what'd you do? You
together.
added an egg?
Yes, I added an egg to help it bind together. I do have a vegan option on my website because
Okay.
I have a lot of egg-free and vegan customers. And then when it came to the gluten-free flour, there's a bunch of different options out there, but I went with almond flour because it's one ingredient, just almonds, so it's less processed than other gluten-free flours, and it's naturally really high in protein.
Great.
And
Okay.
being an athlete, I love high protein
protein.
goods.
Yes, of course.
So it also makes these cookies more satisfying. You're
I'm gonna
really
double
full.
check that it's good.
No, it is very, very
I
good.
love that.
Just wanna.
So it's almost like a post-workout meal.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm going to tease something that we
Okay.
have upcoming. We have our biggest launch yet at the end of May. I'm doing a high protein cookie. So there will be 17 grams of protein.
What?
All clean ingredients. So it really
Great.
Oh my
is
God.
your post-workout treat. You can eat it for breakfast. I mean, I eat these
Cookies
at
for
all
breakfast?
times of the
Salmon
day.
is a
Yeah.
cookie.
That's
Right?
What was that, salt?
A little bit of sea
Salt?
salt.
Okay.
I think every cookie needs just a touch of salt,
yeah.
especially
Yeah.
when you have the chocolate in there.
And then, all right. I'm going to keep you
All right.
going at that.
I took a second bite and I can confirm it is good.
It is very, very good. It is.
Addison, thank you so much
Addison,
for
thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you. I'm so
I
glad you
love-
enjoyed them.
Love hearing when people turn their problems, quote unquote, into their passions. And so that's fantastic what you've done.
Thank
and it's
you so
great.
much.
That's right. Give
I
her a
appreciate
follow over on Instagram at Organically Addison. Any more races?
Soon, once I have enough time to get out of the kitchen. I would love to run New York someday.
That is fair. That is fair.